Things are a little different this year. A little different and a little distant. They say it's unprecedented. We say it's a chance to show our strengths through innovation, ingenuity, patience, and generosity. Things Knights are known for. Your time at UCF ended differently than we all thought it would. No pomp, no circumstance, and no hard-earned, well-deserved walk across the stage. At least, not yet. But here's the thing, that walk doesn't make you a knight. You've always been a knight, ever since you stepped on campus, maybe long before then, and nothing will ever change that. You have years of experiences that no one can take away from you. Exciting memories, inspiring moments, challenging triumphs, and dreams come true.
Unbeaten, 13-0.
No one will ever have the same college experience as you, and that's a wonderful thing.
Classes beginning for the first time at UCF downtown. The 15-acre campus is the new home to more than 20 degree programs.
The future is yours to shape too. No matter what your focus was in the classroom, you are now a better version of yourself, ready to make an impact right here in our community.
UCF is handing out free take-home food for families in need.
Across the country.
Limitless Solutions is 3D printing parts for masks for first responders.
Around the world.
We have scientists, we have engineers, we have others who could be thinking about how do you test, how do you diagnose, how do you cure?
And out beyond the stars.
Determined to return to the moon by 2024. UCF is a critical part of that plan.
Right now, we celebrate you, the class of 2020, in the best way we can. And simply ask that you take care of yourself and others. Stay strong, stay curious, and as always, charge on.
Welcome to the 160th commencement exercise of the University of Central Florida. I am Dr. Sevil Sönmez, Associate Dean of Faculty, Research, and Graduate Programs of the College of Business Administration. To begin our ceremony, our vocalist Jose Velez and our organist Andrew Walker will lead us in singing our national anthem.
Oh, say can you see
Mr. President, the spring 2020 graduating class of the University of Central Florida's College of Business Administration is virtually assembled.
Thank you, and thank you all for being with us online today. Obviously, this virtual commencement is not our preferred way to honor your achievements, but given the new realities the pandemic has forced upon our community, nation, and the world, we do hope we are able to provide some recognition worthy of your successes until such time as we can do so in person. This is a big milestone in the lives of our graduates, and I am very pleased that so many friends, family members, and guests have joined us virtually to help celebrate their accomplishments. It took a lot of hard work for them to get to where they are, and I am honored to reward them with the degrees and certificates they are here to receive. They have definitely earned them. I know you are proud of your graduates, and I also know that a good part of their success is because of your love and support. Family and friends, thank you for all you have done to help get them this far, and for all you will continue to do. Today is a celebration of your success too. Before we continue, I would like to acknowledge some special members of the UCF family who may not be with us online today. UCF's brave men and women who have been called away to active military duty. I would also like to acknowledge two additional groups of graduates. Graduating members of our ROTC programs who have just been, or are about to be, commissioned as officers in our armed forces, and our graduating student veterans. All of these graduates deserve our special thanks and congratulations. To UCF's faculty, you are the foundation of our great institution and mentors to the next generation of pioneers and innovators. Thank you for your contributions and impact. The dedication you and all educators have displayed during this pandemic is nothing short of amazing. Our commencement speakers today probably need no introduction to Knight Nation. Identical twins Shakeem and Shaquille Griffin both received their Bachelor of Arts in Human Communication from UCF in 2016. Growing up, both excelled in football and track, and of course, went on to play together here at UCF. Shaquem was a 2-year starter at outside linebacker. As a senior in 2017, he helped the team to a 13-0 record, a Chick-fil-A Peach Bowl victory over Auburn, and a national championship. He was selected as the Chick-fil-A Peach Bowl Defensive MVP, named American Athletic Conference Defensive Player of the Year, and a 2-time first-team All-Conference honoree. Shaquille was a 2-year starter at cornerback for the Knights, earning All-Conference honors in 2016. His 15 passes broken up as a senior were the second most by a Knight in a single season, and he ranked 5th in the nation in passes defended. In 2017 NFL Draft, he was selected 90th overall by the Seattle Seahawks and was named to his first Pro Bowl in 2019. Shaquem joined Shaquille with the Seahawks in 2018 when he was picked by Seattle in the 5th round of the draft. Active in their community and an inspiration to people everywhere, they embody the spirit of Knight Nation. Please welcome, by video, Shaquem and Shaquille Griffin.
What's up, Knight Nation? Class of 2016 here, Shaquem and Shaquille Griffin. And first and foremost, I want to say congratulations to everybody that's graduating this year's class. I also want to say thank you to UCF for giving me and my brother this opportunity to speak this year commencement speech. Definitely an honor. And today, I thought about writing a speech down, you usually do, but I want to be authentic. I want to be real, and so I'm here, no pen, no paper, just me. And first thing I want to talk about is just real life and real life after graduation. And the first thing, first you gotta know your worth. Know your worth, know the sacrifice you made to get here today to graduate, and you all earned it, you all deserve it. So going off there, I want to tell you guys a little story. I'm going to revolve around athletics because it's the easiest way for me to express how I feel. So you guys just bear with me for a little bit. I remember leaving high school, attending my first year at the University of Central Florida, and I was on my high horse. I was on cloud nine, just felt like I was that guy. I came from high school, well-known guy in high school. He was that dude, and I got comfortable with that. And that's who I thought I was. And attending UCF, you start to go through different scenarios and hardships, through college, and all you guys can relate. There's always been some hard times in college, and so going through my freshman year, my sophomore year, heading to my junior year, I hit a little wall, and this wall caused me to forget who I was, forget the worth that I thought I had, and it put me in a position where I felt like I couldn't finish. I thought I was gonna make it, and I had second thoughts about who I would become or who I am becoming. And and it's kind of cool to tell this story because, my brother, being the guy that he is and he motivates so many people, he doesn't even know that, he's one of my biggest motivation. Going into my senior year, his junior year, him finally getting the opportunity to play for the first time. If most people do know our story, you kind of know everything that he went through, since he was a child, attending UCF. And just see him get the opportunity and take full advantage of it because he always knew his worth. He never forgot his worth. Everything that he'd been through, he overcame it because he always knew who he was, should I say, I'm sorry. And that kind of brought the light back to who I was and who I am. I figured out who I wanted to be and I found my worth. I knew I was gonna be something great and I had to believe in that. And the only thing I could ever ask for was opportunity, just like he asked for. And I knew once I got the opportunity, I was going to take full advantage of it. So the main thing is never forget your worth. To this day, I will never forget again. And you guys should never forget your worth because look where you're at today. You made it this far to graduate and you deserve that. And now it's time for you to just find your purpose. What's the reason why you do all that? What's the reason why you sacrifice so much time away from family, to be able to get this next exam done? Make sure you have the best grades so you can achieve whatever you want to achieve. So find your purpose, find what makes you happy, find what you love, and you take full advantage of it. And remember, being a UCF Knight, all we ever needed was opportunity. And and being a fellow alumni, that's all we ever needed, and then you take full advantage of it. I feel like there's no one better than UCF, and I feel like we are the future. So let's continue to be great. Let's continue to strive for a better tomorrow. Let's do it. You deserve it all. And I'll let my brother take it on from here. That's a tough one to come behind. I want to say thank you to UCF and fellow alum and future alum for allowing my brother to do this commencement speech. It's a lot I can say. Coming to UCF, man, being a young pup, not knowing what's going on. But one thing I can say about UCF is it allowed me to figure out who I was. It allowed me to experience certain things like adversity, and not only adversity, but certain pleasures as opposed to meeting new friends, new family, being a part of a great nation like Knight Nation. UCF did so much more than just being on the school campus and seeing the beautiful scenery and being in Orlando. UCF brought brotherhood to me. It brought family to me. It brought so much more than I would never have thought to accomplish or gain at a school. It's so crazy right now. I thought about writing a speech, but I did not. I thought about getting help from my agents or somebody else to help me write it. But it wouldn't be true to me and to you unless you heard my words and how I felt. And I felt that y'all should hear from the heart. And all jokes aside, I'm in like a half suit right now, and I'm pretty sure you guys are at home comfortable. And it's like wondering why we, doing the commencement speech over the phone, but doing this, very, very serious topic, and with the coronavirus and everything, make sure we all practice social distancing. But yeah, man, we want to make sure that you hear from us. And the one thing I really want to talk about is adversity. And I think adversity made me who I am today. Just to put more into it, don't let adversity dictate who you're going to be. I mean, this is a time in your life where you're going into the real world, as what our parents would say. But take advantage of every opportunity you get. Don't allow obstacles and different barriers that's going to be in your way to dictate who you're going to be and what kind of person that you want to set out to show everybody. Just to give you an example, just come out of college. I didn't know how I was going to go. I didn't know how the job was going to be. I didn't know where I was going to be at. By the grace of God, I got an opportunity to be back with my brother. The best feeling that you can ever get. And even through that time, I felt like, everything was going my way. I felt like everything was figured out until it wasn't. I experienced a lot of adversity during my first year in the league, but that was just something that I needed to go through. That was something that taught me, that's something that built me to be a better person. But I wouldn't know how to do that unless I was an alumni of UCF. What separates us from everybody else in other schools, the other nations, is that we're strong. We know adversity, we felt it before, and we know what to do when it comes. You beat it, you fight it, and you attack it every single day. It comes at you, and you become a better person, a better you. Now, through the adversity, you always gotta learn how to be strong. You always gotta know when things get hard, you fight even harder. And that's one thing I want you all to take with you. Don't let adversity, don't let obstacles stop you from being great. Don't let obstacles stop you from helping the next person out to you. Look to your left and look to your right and know that you got people behind you supporting you, and always know that you're never alone. I got you, Night Nation got you. We all got each other, so always remember that. And one thing I want all of you to take with you, when you leaving this beautiful campus and you can't come back unless you're coming for more schooling, help somebody out. Be great. Change the world. That's what we're here for. That's what we came to UCF for, because we wanted to help it. We wanted to change the world. We want to make the world a better place. If I know I can help one person, that one person can help 10, and that 10 can help 1,000 later. So with your help, with your greatness, the Night Nation greatness, let's make the world a better place. And I'm pretty sure I'll be seeing all of you out there. Night Nation, fellow alum, congratulations. I'll be seeing you soon. And one more thing. Night Nation, being the best nation, we refuse to be put in a box or be categorized and think that what we can't be and what we will be, let's continue to be great, because we are great and we are this future. So, like my brother said, let's change the world. Go Knights.
Thank you, Shaquem and Shaquille. Your example motivates us to charge on. And now, the exciting time in our program when degrees are conferred and we read our graduates' names. Given the number and diversity of names at UCF, we apologize if there are any mispronunciations. Will Dr. Michael Johnson, Interim Provost and Vice President for Academic Affairs, please commence with the conferral of degrees.
The doctoral degree represents the highest academic achievement a person can earn. To receive the doctorate, candidates must demonstrate proficiency through advanced graduate coursework and examinations, and demonstrate to their university professors and peers that they can engage in substantive research that adds to the body of knowledge in their fields of study. Dr. Elizabeth Klonoff, Vice President for Research and Dean of the College of Graduate Studies, will present the candidates for the doctoral degree.
Mr. President, on behalf of the Dean and the faculty, I am pleased to present these candidates for the degrees for which they qualify and recommend that they be conferred.
Thank you, Dr. Klonoff. Candidates, by virtue of the authority vested in me by the state of Florida and with the concurrence of the UCF Board of Trustees, I confer upon you the degree for which you have been recommended and for which you have qualified with all the rights and responsibilities thereto appertaining. Congratulations.
The hooding ceremony is traditional for the conferral of a doctoral degree. The hood is a UCF hood, as its black and gold colors denote, and the velvet represents the field of study. Regrettably, we cannot perform the ceremony at this time, but we will read the names of those who have qualified for this distinction.
Christopher Michael Stein.
To all of our doctoral candidates, congratulations.
Dr. Elizabeth Klonoff, Vice President for Research and Dean of the College of Graduate Studies, will present the candidates for the master's degree.
Mr. President, on behalf of the Dean and the faculty, I am pleased to present these candidates for the degrees for which they qualify and to recommend that they be conferred.
Thank you, Dr. Klonoff. Candidates, by virtue of the authority vested in me by the state of Florida and with the concurrence of the UCF Board of Trustees, I confer upon you the degree for which you have been recommended and for which you are qualified with all the rights and responsibilities thereto appertaining. Congratulations to those who have earned this distinction.
Stephanie Lee Adkins. Tareen Ahmed. Mario Allen. Benedict Joseph Aloya. Allison Rochelle Amon. Gregory Anderson. Justin Blair Anderson. Paola Andujar. Eureka Aponte Cobas. Estefania Adila Torres. Jeffrey Scott Arsenault. Fahim Ishmael Bacchus. Nick Odnasco. Brittany Ashley Barber. Edson Jose Lima Barreto. Wade Evan Barton. Althea Marie Beaton. Stephen John Beninato. Nicholas Xavier Benton. Robert Stephen Berlant. Alex Christopher Berry. Keith Joseph Portolini. Kylie Ray Monticello. Nikolai Beiger. Isam Samir Bilay. Magale Balanos. Rachel Elizabeth Sharp Malone. Sierra Monroe Bonner. Sliving Dayton Bordeaux. Mirzak Borhuan. Claude L. Bowman. Alex John Bradley. Morandi Bryce. Keandra Brodus. Rachel Barbera Butler. William John Campbell. Danielle Marie Cannon. Heather Marie Tanzio. Melissa Marie Carabello. Yvonne Arturo Cardenas Jr. Alexander Edgardo Cardetti. Luis O. Carmona. Taryn Lee Carr. Philip David Caslin. Matthew Elliott Kaspari. Edith Marie Castro Serrano. Laura Stephanie Chavez. Colt L. Cheadle. Winky Chio. Christopher Robert Clark. Megan Alexandra Coleman. Elizabeth Ruth Colina. Joanne Cortez Gomez. Nisa Maribel Cotto Duran. Diego Lucena da Silva. Tuasha LaShawn Daniels. Sanjay Das. Danielle Whitgate Dog. Mason Henry Deerdoff. Melissa Marie Delio. Ryan B. Denman. Nishav Kevin Dio. Luis A. Diaz Jr. Loris S. Dockery. Storm Doty. Gregory Raul Gorelius. Christopher William Duffner. Virginia Nicholas Newman Dunlop. Mamie Dyler Durham. Stephen Nicholas Dyson. Nicole Ann Ellis Perez. Lee Elizabeth Emberton. Moma Lufti Escariat. Lynn Marie Eversgard. Chan Fan. Jonathan King Farsakji. Jared Watson Faulkner. Thomas Keith Feeney. Jessica Lynn Foran. Natalia A. Forcier. Matthew Joseph Forrester. Megan Dominique Fratello. Rolando Frometa, Amanda Renee Garza, Jasmine Yvette Gibbon, Gregory Thomas Gervais, Carter Peyton Gill, Jean Clifford Gillo, Deanna LeKay Glover, Jordan M. Kaufman, William Devonte Gonzalez Calixonto, Brian Matthew Croft, Bradley Alexander Goodledge, Raul Guzman Morales, Stephanie Marie Harduvo, Nathaniel Edward Harvey, Miranda Hildebrand, Alexander Lawrence Hoffmeister, Amelia Elizabeth Hovey, Nicole Andrea Hurtado, Amber Jalise Hudson, Brittany Fox Jackson, Ebony M. Jackson, Samir Mehboob Jagani, Sun Kyam Kim Jang, Chelsea Morgan Johnson, Corey Reynard Joyner, Sadhir Kasaba Ramoyan Rao, Matt Jangon Kim, Timothy Joseph Nebon, Diana Toyet Konarzewski, Tyler J. Kuzev, Kiet Q. Lam, Kylie Elizabeth Lancaster, Michael David Langhorst, Adam Lantry, Lisette Paola Lanza, Megan Ann Lay, Justin David Lee, Ying Yi Lee, Steffi Leung, Stephen John Lindenberg, William Paul Linder Jr., Mitchell L. Lindheim, Annabelle Iqbal Lipworth, Luke Robert Littleton, Christopher Danielle Lopez, Jennifer Jean Lynch, Kimberly K. Mariska Malachevsky, Chelsea David Magruder, Hannah Christine Marlowe, Daniel Joseph Martin, Abner Martinez, Jason Gilbert Martinez, Joel Nathaniel Martinez, Julia Alexia Maxwell, Juliano David Mazurko, Michelle Arceles McClintock, Michael Tyler McClure, Fiona Louise McKenna, Christine McKinley, Mona Marie Ngo, Robert P. Mello, Olivia Anara Mina, Kaylin Marie Mendone, Marcus Harrison Moman, Jessica Montanez, Richard Arthur Morris Jr., Stephen Bradley Morrison, Kelsey Lauren Moscator, Miranda Sue Murphy, Raina Leah Naudet, Julian Ashley Nierenberg, Alex Michael Boa, Bryant Nunez, Gil Abnel Nunez Cruz, Shane Hunter O'Donnell, Carolina Orellana Monroy, Carla Ruby Ortiz Muniz, Danielle Catherine Owens, Kaylin Elizabeth Pacenza, Amber Sky Padrick, Adam Georgius Papagiorgio, John Jacob Parks, Richard Kimney Para, Charles I. Patton, Nicholas Stallone Pierce, Anil Sabash Karavali, Christopher Percy, Khalib Emmanuel Perez, Matthew Nicholas Perez Trapicio, Marcy Renee Prasad, Sean Matthew Petruniak, Yung Tian Kim Fang, Katerina Alexandrova Ponomarenko, Jordan Andrew Portolatin, Ryan Michael Pratt, Roman K. Quitteriano, Para C. Rainey, Jeffrey Ray Ramsey, Ethan Ravej, Anthony Scott Riley, Gabriel Anthony Rios, Karen Linnell Ritter, Roberto O. Rivera, Antonio Rizzo, Emily Allen Robinson, Candice Marie Rodriguez, Laura Lorena Rodriguez, Florencio Rodriguez Lamas, Ryan Scott Rohrig, Danielle Lee Rogers, Ashley Roman, Courtney Danielle Roth, Adrian Sanchez, Andrew Eugene Scaglione, Colton Andrew Schmitz, Madeline K. Schroeder, Christine Marie Silver, Andres Simonetti Velez, Lisa Sarah Simpkins, Minaz Skis, Nicholas Paul Slavins, Darius Lamont Sloan, Adam Lee Samastra, Paola Lizeth Soria Herrera, Alexandra Mackenzie Spate, Amy Marie Sturton, Kaylin Elaine Stevenson, Eric Joseph Sungati, Aledia Saeed, Roberto Tang, Alec Tavares, Danielle Taylor, Hussein Takuma Tazi, William E. Thomas II, Peter Tran, Keith T. Saminsky, Elise Laura Utenhove, Constantine Theodora Valles, Ilulia Velez, Primrose Burnett, Brent William Visconti, Stephanie Imoleova Vetronovsky, Anna Lynn Walker, Kevin Thomas Walker, Timothy Ray Warr, Jacoby James Washington, Amanda Michelle Weibel, James Harold Wetmore, David Paul Wheeler, Lauren Marie Wilkinson, Olga Willard, Jessica Lynn Williams, Peyton Lee Williams, Taylor Marie Williams, Andrew Wingerter, Earl Winterbottom, Chelsea Lynn Woodville, Melanie Zayas Pena, David Luis Sherman.
Will Dr. Seville Sonmez, Associate Dean of Faculty, Research, and Graduate Programs of the College of Business Administration, present the baccalaureate candidates from the college?
I am proud to present the baccalaureate candidates from the College of Business Administration. Interim Provost Johnson, it is my pleasure to recommend that these students be granted the degrees for which they qualify.
Thank you, Mr. President. The baccalaureate candidates have been recommended for graduation by the dean and faculty of their college. I concur with these recommendations and present the candidates to you for the awarding of degrees.
By virtue of the authority vested in me by the state of Florida and with the concurrence of the UCF Board of Trustees, I confer upon you the degree for which you have been recommended and for which you have qualified, with all of the rights and responsibilities thereto appertaining. We will begin with our honor recognitions. These names are available in the online program. A printed version will be mailed to graduates with your diploma. Will Dr. Sheila Amin Gutierrez de Pineras, Dean of the Burnett Honors College, start us off, followed by Dr. Johnson.
The Burnett Honors College, which represents the top students at UCF, is committed to cultivating talent and inspiring excellence. Burnett Honors Scholars are prepared to not only tackle the future, but also fundamentally change it. They further the intellectual mission and the tenets of the UCF Creed through their outstanding accomplishments. To those students who are graduating with university honors or who completed honors undergraduate thesis, congratulations.
We are very proud of our distinctive Lead Scholars Academy, the only one in the state university system and one with few peers across the country. During their years at UCF, Lead Scholars have a unique opportunity to engage in the academic study of leadership, to lead others, and to serve our community. To these students, please accept our congratulations. Honor medallions are presented to the students who have achieved the highest grade point averages in their colleges. To these students and their families, thank you and congratulations. We are also very proud of our distinguished President's Leadership Council, whose members are selected on the basis of scholarship, leadership, service, and the ability to function as ambassadors and hosts for the university. Thank you to our graduating President's Leadership Council members, and congratulations. And lastly, in 2001, the university established the Order of Pegasus, an honor that recognizes outstanding senior and graduate students who have demonstrated overall excellence in university involvement, leadership, academic achievement, and community service. Because of the breadth of accomplishments required for this award, the Order of Pegasus is the most prestigious and significant student award that can be attained at the university. These names, along with the names of all of our honor graduates, are available in the online program and the printed version that will be mailed to graduates with their diplomas. Thank you and congratulations.
We will now recognize the top honor graduates, followed by the baccalaureate graduates from the College of Business Administration in alphabetical order, followed by closing remarks from the Honorable Kyler Gray, Student Body President and member of the UCF Board of Trustees, and President Cartwright. Congratulations, graduates.
Michael David McWaters, Sophia Marie Brown, Stephen Christian Cabrera, Kristen Faith Fisher, Renee Marie Helling, Joseph Ryan Wolf, Mosaber Akif, Joshua Albero, Emily Nassar Abraham, Eileen Patricia Ekin, Julian Andres Acosta, David Julio Acuna Alvarez, Danielle Jared Edelstein, Rebecca Rose Aguilera, Isham Ahmed, Mirza Mujib Ahmed, Sophia Ahmed, Kevin Paul Ahrens, Madison Lee Aldridge, Kayla Marie Alexson, Lisa Marie Alexandre, Derek Mitchell Ali, Joel Vitor Sales Benicio Alquim, Brandon Samuel Allen, Asilia Mariam Ali, Faisal Sameh Alather, Yoshka Nicole Amil, John Abel Amoroso, Robert Joshua Amix, Austin Marcellus Anderson, Courtney Rebecca Anderson, Carlos Gabriel Andrew, Hector Jose Arellano, Kyle Reed Arnold, Joey Glenn Arroz, Emar Araje Chico, Victor Natasha Arude Rosenstein, Daniel Eduardo Artuz, Christian Joshua Avant, Ashton T. Avari Cooper, Renee Sonia Ivory, Edwin Yael Ayala Alvarez, Nikolay Andreevich Ashamakov, Charles Edward Badger, Anthony Vincent Baker II, Brittany Jacqueline Ball, Charles James Ball III, Bryant Carey Balmaceda, April Barco, Noah Kevin Barefoot, Leah Kathleen Barnett, Joseph Anthony Barranco, Daniel Enrique Barrientos, Colton Richard Bartlett, Alec Logan Barton, Drew Douglas Bauer, Oscar Romeo S. Baum, Matthew Leonardo Bay, Kyle David Woubois, Etienne Thomas Brendan Behan, Andrew P. Benedict, Drew Mikhail Bexton, Madison Alexander Benitez, Alec Ryan Bentman, Lauren Ashley Burke, Brandon Dean Burks, Matthew David Bernasby Jr., Lashanae Kelly Bam, Nicole Elise Bickham, Yusuf Tarek Bishara, Emily Nicole Bissonette, Ashley Tele Blanco, Mackenzie Elizabeth Bland, Anna Rose Bobal, Monica Jose Bonilla, Chad Eric Bull, Jessica Elizabeth Bosak, Aiden Michelle Bosan, Destiny Victoria Brazil, Elizabeth Margaret Brashears, Eunice Fabiola Brisano, Belu Christine Brisky, Brett G. Brosius, Alyssa Marie Brown, Austin Daniel Brown, Jeffrey Allen Brown, Katie Carey Bryant, Thomas J. Bryant, Jennifer Lynn Bryson, Jordan Connor Bubar, Rachel Megan Buckley, Navandra Budhan, Zachary M. Buentello, Daniel Elizabeth Bofamonte, Shane Lee Burgess, Kelsey N. Burke, Jason Tyler Burns, Anna Elizabeth Bush, Cameron Emily Vyman, Danielle Cabiza, Asena Cabrera, Daniela Cadavid, Sierra Lee Cador, Matthew Thomas Cahill, Stephanie Marie Calderon, Chad Austin Kales, Andrew Bernard Calmet, John Cousins Calvin III, Jerome C. Campbell, Cece Tuoli Chow, Joshua Manuel Caraballo Larson, Jessica Lynn Carbonneau, Nicholas Cardenas, Troy Cardenas, Sydney Ann Carey, Zachary Ryan Carey, Corey Joseph Gariglio, Carolyn Alexis Carlos, Troy Evan Carlson, Robert Walker Carney, Ivan Michael Carr, Haley Elizabeth Carroll, Alec Joseph Carter, Kelly Casanova, Cameron Shelby Case, Sean Logan Casey, Brian Cash, Edesia Maria Castillo, Brian Ivan Cazal, Dominique Alicia Chambers, Craig William Cheney Jr., Dylan Covey Chapman, Juan Carlos Chavez Jr., Maria Jose Chavez, Alan Yil Chen, Anas Sharif Harak, Chi Lai Cheong, Eric James Chichester, Anders Matthew Chose, Ashraful Alim Chowdhury, Justin Chu, Alexander George Chutkan, Genesis Cenero, Milan S. Ciudad Real, Celine Clayton, Colin Matthew Clement, Abner David Kobos, Dale Yannick Kober, Jonathan Patrick Coelho, Jordan Ashley Cohen, Mitchell J. Cohen, Adeline Margaret Collins, Jonathan Tyler Collins, Samuel Alec Kamora, Cole Patrick Compton, Peter Allen Kahn, Brandon Javier Canonelli, Alexis Helen Cooper, Brianna Elizabeth Cooper, Bruno Leonardo Copia, Emily Ann Correa, Nuno Amando Correa, Sean Corrigan, Ariela Garcia Cortez, Andrea Nicole Costabile, Christopher J. Coughlin, Nicholas David Cuoto, Kyle Kenneth Covell, Sarah Mae Crabtree, Courtney Elizabeth Craig, Casey Ross Crawford, Heather Ray Crumlish, Doris Amaya Cruz Pena, Ezekiel Cuevas, Sean Christian Cummings, Yu Huang Bao Dong, Robert Alexander Davidson, Shayana Murray DeFaria, Edwin Benito de la Rosa, Jet Alec Dempen, Tuyan Deng, Nicholas Marie Denewell, Brandon Michael DeSantis, Stephanie Alice Detert, Vasilios Ivan Diaz-Zikis, Andres Felipe Diaz, Nicholas John DiCoccio, Daniel Raymond Diaz, Frank Stephen Dittrich, Morgan Elizabeth Dixon, Justin Tin Doan, Alec Paul Dolan, Logan Nicole Damaski, Sebastian Dominguez, Carlin Suzanne Dorr, Michael Doyle, Michael John Drapola, Alexander David Duncan, Jared Danielle Dworkin, Nicholas Richard Dyer, Alexander Hughes Eastwood, Marissa R. Echeverria, Miguel Carlos Echeverria, Allison Kathleen Edwards, Natalie Rain Eric, Mason Seth Eller, Alexander Hamilton Elliott, Natalie Erin Ellis, Amanda Ellison, Alec Logan Indara, Carly Selena Engert, Andrew John English, Karina Del Sol Erickson, Joshua David Espelage, Mark Anthony Estrada Rodriguez, Zachary Kashawn Evans, Martin Zelachoco Iziobinwa, Patrick Joseph Fahey, Brendan Michael Falgian, Marissa Lynn Fallingbaum, Patrick James Farley, Tristan Farrell, Jennifer Marie Fasano, Shantice Jerry Fashaw, Daniel Jose Fuaro, Zohir Fazal, Arita Fazal, Justin Alexander Fernandez, Alexandro M. Fernandez, Alondra Victoria Fernandez, Julio Cesar Fernandez, Priscilla Fernandez Garcia, Mario Alberto Fernandez Lopez, Max Douglas Ficaro, Xenia Cherie Fillmore, Dominic Antonio Finasso, Allison Stephanie Fischetti, Kindri Bajaj Flanagan, Matthew Fleming, Nicole Marie Fleming, Joseph Frank Fletcher, Robert James Fletcher, Zachary Henry Florence, Sabrina Flores, Paul Fogel, Diane Fraga, Sam Edward Fragapane III, Lucky Franzbergen, Jory Michael Frasco, Donald Milton Friend Jr., Donovan Riley Fulton, Benjamin Kelly Furukawa, Grant Richard Gaffney, Lauren Tatelia Gaten Torres, Luis Arturo Gallardo, Sabrina M. Benhari, Michael Freher Garber Jr., Carla Karina Garcia, Edward Alexis Garcia, Sabrina Christine Garcia, Stephanie Nicole Garner, Kaylee Marissa Garrison, Solomon Jannar, Danielle Janae George, Jarvis Ezekiel George, Alexander Michael Georgiopoulos, Harry Joshua Gerard, Cynthia Marie Gent, Thomas James Gilfeder, Dylan Thomas Gilsonen, Chloe Elizabeth Gio, Gino Anthony Girola, John Thomas Gitson, Andrew Hewitt Going, Tanner Chase Going, Kimberly Michelle Goldklang, Rodrigo Enrique Gomez, Alejandro Gonzalez, Luis Antonio Gonzalez, Sebastian Gonzalez, Gable Robert Goodman, Ryan Michael Goonan, Riley Thomas Gordon, Shannon Rose Gordon, Alexander Stephen Gorman, Kelsey Ann Goss, Allison Marie Goyette, Tyler Allen Graham, Caleb Daniel Greek, Mara Lee Green, David Michael Green, Madison Lee Gregg, Haley Helen Gregory, Ryan J. Griffith, Christina Marie Grudge, Drew Connor Grossman, Andrew Carl Gruber, Isis Adelis Guillaume Fernandez, Jeffrey Guillaume, Tiago Carvalho Ramirez, Ian Dennis Queenie, Luis David Gutierrez, Sumerlin Gutierrez, Jeremy Alquedes Guzman, Nadim Andrew Haddad, Lynn Hadley, Grant Allen Hagan, Adam Nathaniel Hall, Alexis Marie Halperin, Ivani Hamilton Monsione, Philip James Hampton, James Donald Hannigan, Zaki Christopher Hanush, Brandon J. Harder, Kyle David Harrison, Ansar Hassan, Stephen Michael Habas, Delaney Ray Hayward, Wenji He, Tanner Clyde Hearn, Joseph Charles Heller, Adam Marzan Hemmen, Matthew Blake Hemmer, Ryan Heredia Tovar, Dayron Fonseca Hernandez, Danny Herrera, Sarah Kathleen Hetland, Jonathan Andrew Hewitt, James Robert Hogan, Jakin Joseph Holland, Jonathan Javon Holy, Parker James Holmes, Emily Michelle Holycross, Austin Bradley Horton, Carl Justin Hoyt, Jason Haisei, Noman Mutkar Hussein, Zachary David Inman, Afriz Shanali, Keanu Irasquin, John Tyler Irwin, Adam Craig Eisenberg, Nassim Islam, Elia Ivory, Cameron Douglas Jackson, Malik Danijah Jackson, Tiffany Taylor Jackson, Callum Oliver James, Teto Abigail Janki, Genesee Jaromilo, Juhyong Cheong, Yetri Jeremy, Charlotte Davis Johnson, Dante Devin Jensen, Elizabeth Page Johnson, Claire K. Jones, Sean Michael Jones, Zachary Allen Jones, Sukanye Jofi, Victoria Elizabeth Young, Danielle Khan, Saeed Emre Kapuku, Sean William Karpowitz, Joshua Adam Katz, Sasneem Kazi, Brady Allen Keller, Jacob Thomas Kelly, Abbas Alasega Karmale, Sean Martin Kester, Noah Reed Kimball, Ryan O'Neill King, Austin M. Kinney, Kaylin Ashley Kissenberth, Hannah Olivia Kling, Andrew Maxwell Knights, Matthew Christopher Knowles, Ieko Ko, Maiwong Ong Ko, Victor Comives Prieto, Allison Elizabeth Court, Samuel Pierre Kotenko, Madison Crescio, Kara Diane Kushma, Michael Joseph LeMay, Kaylin Elizabeth Lambley, Jamie Nicole Landers, Samuel Benjamin Lenave, Savannah Joe Lang, Mason Tyler Langford, Amareni Latiga Tejeda, Robert Larice, Becca Ann Larson, Tong Dot Lee, Gon T Hong Lee, Brandon Lee Hen, Austin Gregory LeBleu, Jorge Alexander Lacaros Jr., Hannah Lee, Zachary Todd Lehman, Nicholas Robert Len, Gregory Jonathan Lemaster, Abraham Lemus, Eric Carl Lenson, Jose Alberto Leonet Castillo, Jacob David Lurch, Joshua David L'Esperance, Gabrielle Nicole Levert, Dylan Levine, Rihua Lee, Eileen Lin, Andrew Gustavo Linares, Alejandro Lilzo, Austin Taylor Lloyd, Dolce Maria Lombardo, Parker Davis Long, Dylan James Longstreth, Gabriel David Lopez, Andres Alejandro Lopez Cruz, Noemi Lopez Serrano, Chase Michael Lott, Kevin Jeffrey Lowe, Ashton Brianna Lowry, Yanyon Lu, Anthony Jesus Lucero, Alejandro Lumbreras, Jessica Rose Lupo, Robert Ryan Lutz, Colton Thomas McFarlane, Daniel Richard Machado, David Michael Machado, Alessara Virginia McMillan, J. M. Gaya Magpili, Logan Alexander Mahan, Sheila Marie Malavet, Jamie Robert Malcolm, Corey Ashlyn Malik, Alexandra Elizabeth Malia, Jose Gabriela Mansilla, Joseph Licoleani Manjarez, Emily Lynn Manning, Jeffrey William Manning, Sergio Alejandro Marin, Corin Solomon Marenberg, Alexis Helen Marini, Joanna Mitkova Marinova, Brandon Alec Maritas, Alexandra Markovic, Michael Thomas Martin, Alyssa Ray Masia, Kirby A. Massey, Hanan Yahia Maswada, Austin Edward Mehta, Julian Gering Mayorga, Marissa McCarty, Margaret Athena McCauley, Michael Ryan McCrae, Isabel Marie McHugh, Luke James McKinley, Bethany Meadows McKinley, Jamie Michelle Mead, Christopher Medina, Askar Samira Mehta, Aaron Scott Melman, Igor Melnikov, Samantha Julia Mendez, Yariel Francisco Mendez, Thomas Edward Messer, Charles Edwin Messner, Sarah Elizabeth Metcalf, Austin Bear Miles, Brock Allen Miller, Eric Lawrence Miller, Jacob Richard Miller, Tyler John Miller, Jesse Joseph Mills, Samantha Justine Minot, Vincent J.T. Miranda, Brandon Lee Mishler, Savannah Ariel Mitchell, Justin Kenneth Mock, Rashwana Mojin, Faranzana Alicia Mohammed, Taylor Marie Maloney, Eric Andrew Monihan, Mateo Silva Montero, Samantha Michelle Montes, Bradley Jess Montgomery, Thomas Justin Moore, Lorenzo Gabriel Mora, Ricardo Antonio Morales Miguel, Elizabeth Andrea Moreno, Craig Scott Morgan, Soyoban Johanna Morley, Trenton Aubrey Morris, David Joseph Morrison, Russell James Morrow, Brandon Cornelio Morcillo, Matthew Ronald Moscrip, Alexander Mota, Luke Dustin McKay, Martin Mulaleli, Jonathan David Mundy, Daniel Behana Munoz, Ludaris Lucia Ortega, Parker Reed Nash, Jared Paul Nebrat, Elena Nesvat, Alexis Ray Nush, Abigail Lee Newsom, Donnie Nguyen, Nun Ngoc Quinn Nguyen, Robert Bruce Nierenberg, Taylor Renee Norman, Jenna Page Normandin, Stephen Norwood, Michaela Louise O'Brien, Shane Henry O'Brien, Mauricio Ocampo, Liam Podrick O'Dowd, Brittany Lee Ohl, Ashley Marie Olkmacher, Thomas James O'Hora, Angel Antonio Ojeda, Liav Oliek, Cara Udienza Olivo, Julian Onde, Kevin Ortiz, Samuel Hill Oswald, Ryui Wuyong, Zachary Ticurius Owens, Stephen Drew Pacheco, Alejandro Padilla Flores, Javier Manuel Perez, Gabrielle Elizabeth Painter, Jennifer Francis Palacios, Brandon Leonardo Paulton, Stefan Antonio Panoso, Juan N. Parada, Angel Armando Pardo, Vinit Jayesh Parikh, Alyssa Nicole Parker, John Joseph Pasquale, Abigail Renee Pasananti, Ishal Patel, Parth Barabail Patel, Sujan Himanshu Patel, Alexis Nicole Patino, Anesta L. Paul, Jacqueline Melissa Paul, Vinay Darius, Joshua Abnel Pena Hamilton, Jonathan Peralta, Jacob Keegan Perez, Luis Carlos Perez III, Josh Thomas Perry, Fabrizio Petrucci, Alexandria Lane Fairfman, Jennifer Lynn Fremer, Brian Fahn, Lauren Gabrielle Phillips, Tyler David Phillips, John Carlos Pimentel, Ivani Gabriela Pineda, Elisa Maria Peruza, Angela Rose Patina, Nicholas Diego Portillo, Samantha Preddy, Kais S. Premji, Alexis Nicole Price, Lucas John Pichard, Matthew William Pridmore, Benjamin Prince, Vladislav Prokopov, Ruqing Ki, Abby Rose Quirk, Marcus Ravel, Alex Michael Radley Sr., Giovanna Radmanovic, Gabriela Rambaran, Luke Matthew Ramer, Peyton Renee Mariana Ramey, Mauricio Ramirez, Daniel Ramos Castro, Pedro Silveira Montiero Raposo, Rohan Rashid, Danielle Rawley, Adele Rafi Gruo Razuma, Skylar Ross Real, Brittany Nicole Redondo, Ryan Matthew Reed, Emily Marie Reyna, Jessica Elizabeth Reyes Castillo, Casey Ann Rials, Tristan Z. Reinhardt, Haley Nicole Richardson, Julius Richardson, Bryce William Rigby, Charles Yanni Rippis, Fabiola Rivas Sanchez, Juan Jose Rivera, Cameron Michael Robo, Daniel N. Robles Dupre, Chance Rocket, Austin Bradley Rodball, Rogerio Sequeira Rodriguez, Ariel Leslie Rodriguez, Christian Giovanni Rodriguez, Mario Abdiel Rodriguez Jr., Stephen Adam Rodriguez, Juan Carlos Rodriguez Hernandez, Diego Andres Rojas, Emily Leah Romero, Daniel Romero de la Cruz, Jose Luis Nicolas Ronco Bazan, Matthew Michael Rondon, Andrew Jeffrey Rosenfield, Christine Rosenhang, Eric Joseph Roth, Logan Thomas Rowe, Jared Rodeminer, Dawson Robert Rufa, Morgan Jane Roof, Joseph Anthony Ruggieri IV, Taylor Lynn Rusnock, Madeline Ann Ryan, Amanda Sue Saab, Andrew Jeremy Sachs, Alexi Sadaka, Alexandra Ray Sadler, Adam Russell Sage, Spencer Saint-Fleur, Oscar Salado, Armando Antonio Salamanca Flores, Saeed Saludin, Alexi Janelle Saliba, John Javier Sanchez Fernandez, Eric Michael Sande, Julia Caroline Sanford, Antonio Tommaso Sanasardo, Michelle Santana, Matthew Francis Santangelo, John Nathaniel Santiago, Tesha Taye Santiago, Danielle Alonso Santiago, Benjamin Mira Shandelson, Scott Adam Schelling, Sergio Sekwerman, Alexa Lynn Scher, Justin Michael Schiffman, Connor Michael Schmidt, Nicholas John Schmidt, Kyle Mankey Schofield, Justin Philip Schroeder, Emily Grace Schwilk, Sarah Nicole Schwinden, Stephen Michael Steiger, Devon Patrick Seff, Margarita Mary Semak, Matthew Anthony Senatore, Carlos Alfonso Sepulveda, Abhi Shah, Shivana Alana Sharzman, Zachary Austin Shaw, Tabitha Eleni Sherman, Kathleen Grace Shiflett, Stephen Travis Ships, Nicholas Lee Shuck, Bryce Connor Shull, Valentina Sierra Carrera, Audrey M. Silcox, Anicia Danae Simmons, Travell Jared Simone, Cheyenne Lee Sims, Kevin Devendra Singh, Kevin Singh, Shelley Shannon Singh, Jana Faith Singleton, Cooper Connolly Scott, Micah Payton Skeldon, Antoine Anthony Smith, Elijah C. Smith, Hayden Richard Smith, Miles Davis Smith, Jinya Suresh Solanki, Edwin Joel Solis, Tyler William Summers, Stephen Sosa, Joseph Cooley Spencer, Gabriella Spieler Tahek, Mark Nicholas Burlock, Edmund Joseph St. Pierre V, Robin Stack, Antoinette Lanice Stafford, Stephanie Emily Stanek, Christina Michelle Starr, Vladislav Stepanenko, Tyler Dwayne Stewart, Morgan Lynn Stinchcomb, Lauren Michael Stokes, David Patrick Stoms, Erica Lynn Strello, Andrew Strelgar, Samantha Jane Stutz, Amanda Nicole Suarez, Bryce David Solzener, Michael Angel Suriel, Charlie Brooks Sutherland, Colin Michael Sweeney, Dorian Ann Swingle, Rafael Galeon Talabas, Brandon Jake Temison, Sunjia Tang, Van Kiet Tang, Jenna Marie Tarifa, O'Neill Z. Taylor, Matthew Reed Tyson, Isaac Thomas, Melissa Renee Thomas, Jason Gregory Thompson, Joshua Michael Thompson, Lane Elizabeth Thompson, John Anthony Timlin, Andrea Carolina Tomasini, Ashanti Teresa Torres, Diane Elvira Torres, Jaime Joseph Torres Izama, Joseph Gregory Tosti, Caitlin Alexandria Traeger, Blake Albert Trauger, Nicholas Charles Trepkos, Zachary Charles Tui, Hayes Alexander Ubilos, Anodip Udumula, Early Marie Astrid Uli, Bianca Paulina Valdivia, Ellen Vale, Samuel Andrew Van Ornum, Kevin Mauricio Vargas, Nicholas Joseph Varney, Adrian Marcelo Vasquez, Robert Levon Batian, Maria Antonieta Velasco, Kevin Velasquez, Brandon Lee Verkyak, Scott Bertilis, Gustavo Machado Vieira, Enrique Jose Villa, Michael Abueme Villanueva, Kylie Shea Vondra, Ramesia E. Varaji, Samsiva Yoyuro, Diane Christine Wade, Benjamin Nicholas Wagner, Amy J. Wales, John Francis Wall, Zachary Allen Waters, Zachary Stephen Watman, Kayla Marie Wegner, Victoria Taylor Weyer, Carter James Welsh, Russell Foster Whitaker, Vanessa White, Brett Allen Whitefoot, Jalen Stewart Whitehead, Michelle Lee Whitehead, Rebecca Jordan Whitelaw, Hannah Marie Whitesell, Jennifer Lynn Wyant, Otto Reed Wigginton, Tyler Reed Wilkerson, Jayla Brianna Williams, Tamara Andrea Williams, Byron Lamont Wilson Jr., Deandra Lavon Wimberly, Adam Bartlett Wing, Daniel Ian Wolf, Daniel Christopher Wolf, Christopher Tyler Womack, Tyler Michael Woods, Madison Taylor Woodson, Taylor Ann Worswick, Rebecca Nicole Wright, Valeria Maria Yakaza, Meklit Yanene, Isabella Ann Yerby, Iris Y. Young, Maura Alyssa Young, Sebastian Yugueros, Tyler Martin Zahn, Shanna Leon Zajek, Ahayed Sorowi, Amber Elias Zakaria, Zowin Zhang, Blake Zaruchis, Sabrina Zalea, Valeria Zernova, Nungjian Zhao, Anas Ziadi, Zachary Lewis Ziantarski, Joseph Zolo, Sarah Ann Zorabedian.
Hello, friends, colleagues, and most importantly, graduates of the spring 2020 class of the University of Central Florida. While I understand that this is not the ceremony you expected, or frankly, the ceremony you wanted, here we are, and I am right here with you. Here we sit in front of you, still able to recognize your contributions to our beloved UCF. And even in the midst of the chaos that has overtaken our country and planet, this is your day. Your day to reflect on all of the things you have accomplished, but most importantly, a day to eye further and to ponder on the things you will and want to accomplish. Each of us has a unique story, and at UCF, we celebrate this diversity. We acknowledge the fact that we have all come from different backgrounds to be here and have all overcome unique barriers and constraints throughout our college careers. And this COVID-19 pandemic is one of them, but I assure you that it will not be the last. Nonetheless, everyone sits in this room under the same title, graduates of the spring 2020 class of the University of Central Florida. I have always said that the best part about attending UCF is the fact that we are part of a story, a book if you will, that is not yet finished. Today, you are authors in your own right. And while your pen has metaphorically run out of ink on this chapter, your book and UCF's book is far from finished. As a graduate, a new chapter is now to be written as your new role as an alumni. And with this new role, you have now earned a very special platform. You should use this platform to pursue your passion and to bring positive change to the world around us. This commencement marks the beginning of a great journey that starts today, and you should be looking forward to many more. At this historical moment, you have the opportunity to scale new heights, to do more, to be better, and to charge on with a conviction to serve and make our world a better place. Paired with your passion, serve this world in your own unique way. And never forget your alma mater, the University of Central Florida. It has been said that the best is yet to come for our beloved UCF, and while that is definitely the case, the best is yet to come for all of us as well. Charge on proudly as a UCF Knight now and forevermore. Congratulations.
We are living in extraordinary times, and the class of 2020 finds itself in an unprecedented historical moment. The fact that we are unable to safely join together in person today as planned to celebrate your milestone is a reflection of this new reality. We do hope we will be able to do that soon, but until then, I'd like you to reflect on what I'm beginning to understand as the defining spirit of this young institution. The motto at UCF is reach for the stars. People talk about having a 1-0 approach to tomorrow. And when someone says, "Go Knights," I always hear the reply, "Charge on." I know these are more than catchy phrases. They sum up a philosophy at UCF. When you say, "Reach for the stars," it's a call to push oneself to dream big, to refuse to be limited by what others say is possible. When people say 1-0, they mean that when you achieve a goal, set a new one, a harder one. Cherish the victory, but don't rest on it. Reset, because the next challenge awaits. And when, like now, there are obstacles, when there are inevitable setbacks, charge on. Some call that perseverance or grit, but from what I've seen of this great university, it's just part of what it means to be a Knight. UCF is a place where defying odds is not the exception, it is the expectation. So take this place with you as you go out to change the world. You are needed now more than ever. We will close our ceremony by singing the Alma Mater. Thank you for joining us for today's commencement ceremony. Go Knights, charge on.
All hail to Alma Mater, whose banners black and gold will wave in fame and splendor as the passing years unfold. May loyalty and friendship within our hearts unite, and like the stars to guide us ever upward in our flight, with honor and affection our friendships will renew. We sing to thee, our Alma Mater, ever true.
Fellow Knights, Nicole Stott here, wishing you happy graduation. Not the commencement you planned on, I know, but life is always an adventure. I hope that you go forth and do great things, and always remember that we live on a planet, we are all Earthlings, and the only border that matters is that thin blue line of atmosphere that blankets and protects us all. So live like crew, not passengers here on Spaceship Earth, and I wish you all the best.
Hi, I'm Orange County Mayor Jerry Demings. Congratulations on your recent graduation from the University of Central Florida. We're very proud of you. We look forward to working with each of you. I know that things are different this year, but I'll offer you this bit of advice. Pray first, aim high, and stay focused.
Hi, I'm Orlando Mayor Buddy Dyer, and I want to congratulate the UCF class of 2020 on your graduation. We know that you'll do great things as you embark on your next step in your life. You'll make your alma mater proud. I want you to know your mayor is proud of you and your community is proud of you. I'm honored to be able to wish you my sincere congratulations during this special time in your life. Best wishes, Knights. Charge on.
Hola, Knights. Cindia Morales Muniz, Director of HSI Culture and Partnerships at UCF, in class of 2013, Doctorate in Educational Leadership. My advice? Continue to seek out opportunities for professional growth. Learning never stops. Congratulations, muchas felicidades, y vamos Knights.
What's up, guys? It's Doctoral. First, I hope that all of you are healthy. I hope that your families are healthy and doing good as well. I just wanted to congratulate y'all on graduation. That's a huge milestone. That's a huge accomplishment. Something that you all should be really proud of. Go out there and make the world a better place. And welcome to the UCF Alumni Club.
Congratulations to the class of 2020. You guys have been a part of more wins and more championships than any class in the history of UCF.
Hey Knight Nation, this is Coach Bear with UCF Softball.
Congratulations to our 2020 graduates. You guys have worked hard and it's a huge accomplishment to be earning your degree, and we are so proud of you that you're representing Knight Nation and going out.
We are so proud of you for everything that you've done.
And remember, once a Knight, always a Knight.
Go forth and do as well in life as you did representing the black and gold.
Congratulations, class of 2020. And I wish you the very best of luck. Go Knights! Go Knights!
Go Knights! Go Knights!
Go Knights!
And charge on!
Hey, just wanted to let you know that I'm really proud of you.
Congratulations, the class of 2020.
I would like to congratulate Dante and his entire graduating class.
And a special recognition to the College of Business and a huge shout out to Sierra Cador. Go Knights!
Spring 2020 graduates, congratulations. Despite this being an extraordinary time for our university and our world, you have proven that Knights can always be counted on to rise to every occasion, no matter the obstacles. I am sorry that your semester did not end as any of us planned, but I hope you know that your perseverance is inspiring, and the grit and can-do attitude you've shown these past few weeks and the past few years will help you succeed in whatever you have planned next. Your excellence is defined by your ability to rally around these challenges and to excel in trying times. Just as we celebrate you today, we also recognize your family and friends, and all of your faculty and staff mentors who have helped you along the way. We are all so proud of what you have accomplished, and we look forward to celebrating this milestone with you in person when the time is right. Until then, to UCF's newest alumni, go Knights and charge on!